This be booty for the ZX Spectrum. Released in 1984, starring young Jim Ladd himself. Harrrr! We'll come from stem to stern! Ye scurvy swabs!
Yes. You're playing a pirate and you've got to find all the treasure. Which makes sense, I suppose. Basically, there's doors all over the place. You've got to find the right key and open the right door. They're all number coded. I think you can only carry one key at a time. Because basically this has got the same problem as the original Dizzy game. You only carry one thing at a time, so you're just endlessly traipsing backwards and forwards. And this is probably best played with the sound turned down, because this tune really does grate on your nerves after a while. That silly little blooming sailor's tune, I don't know what it's called. He's actually Jim the cabin boy. And there's a sword down there. You can collect weapons and stuff, but I don't think you can actually use them. You just have to avoid all these people. And these graphics really have seen better days. I mean, right, I know it's 1984, but I mean, it still look really basic. I mean, things like Technician Ted and stuff like that, they look much better than this. That was about the same time. There's just nothing really to look at. It's all just flipping drab. Only the title screen looks really good, that pirate ship and the sunset and everything. I'm assuming this pirate ship belongs to rival pirates, and he's in the middle of looting it. And then again, maybe it was his turn in the barrel this week and he wasn't that enthusiastic. Pretty easy to get into, but it gets boring quickly. The gameplay just doesn't really change all the way through. It just doesn't really seem to develop. You don't really feel like you're getting anywhere. The Commodore 64 version of this was in the Zap 64 top 64 games, and then when it was re-released they gave it about 16%. There's a telescope over there. You can spy on a topless beach, the dirty-minded little git. And this is a platform game where you can't actually jump. Oh, here we go. And he just did a funny little dance for some reason. Not quite sure why. There's a bell over there. You can ring for the waiter. The waiter comes out. He's got his thumb in the soup. This bloke he was serving said, "Why you got your thumb in the soup?" "Well, I was keeping it warm, sir." "Why don't you shove it up your arse then?" "Well, I did when I was in the kitchen." Oh, and here we go again. You've got to get this exactly right. I don't know whether you can get through that blue door. Mind if you came through it the other way and the platform was in the wrong place, that would be very helpful, would it? There was a log there. Log book or something. Monday, sailed out to sea. Tuesday, did a bit of looting and pillaging. Wednesday, not sure whether I should tell anyone what I saw old Joe getting up to with that pelican. Here we are, riches beyond the dreams of avarice. And not being able to jump really does make some of these bits a real nuisance. Oh, and here we go again. No matter how far you get into this game, you lose a life, you get sent back to the beginning. And then it's traipsing all the way back again. Now I've got to start again, faff about with all these flipping doors. And this really gets repetitive. Who thought this was a good idea anyway? It's not even as if it's a bit of puzzle solving, is it? I mean, just get the key with the number on it, open the door that has got the same number on it. A flipping 5-year-old could work that out. Yes, get the 6 key, open the 6 door. Get the 1 key, open the 1 door. Get the 8 key, open the 8 door, then you can get into another room. Oh, boring, boring, bloody snoring. And this reminds me of a story I once heard about a pirate. There was this pirate coming aboard a pirate ship. He had a pink jacket, gold sequins on it, and he had a hook hand that had a hinge on it, so he could do like little limp wrist gestures. And there was a group of people gathered round nearby. They said, "Oh, whatever's going on over there?" And this pirate said, "Harrrr, they're making some swab walk the plank." "Oh, what a waste of a good man. Why are they doing that then?" "Swab was a puff, wasn't he?" And this pink jacket pirate went, "Ha-ha! Well, let's not hang around, there'll be adventure awaiting." Looks like he found a wine cellar or something. He all gets pissed as farts and then smash up the nearest tavern. And for a game about pirates, this is just flipping tedious. I mean, you think a computer game about pirates, It's got to be all adventure on the high seas, fighting for your life, going to all these weird, remote places. I mean, this might as well just be someone walking around a factory or something. I think eventually he retired from pirating, went to live on a remote island full of sultry maidens, assumed a missionary position. Wonder if they've got a parrot. Then again, if it was me, I'd get so bloody fed up with it repeating everything I said, I'd probably end up eating it or something. And they've got disappearing platforms here. That's at least some sort of variety, I suppose. And there's a telescope up there. You can spot an island full of sultry maidens, make a landing, so to speak. These parrots just repeat the same thing over and over again. I think they actually formed the inspiration for catchphrase comedy. This game is full of guns and swords and things. You can't use any of them. What's the point of them then? Yeah, well, like I said, this game is easy to get into, but it just gets really boring pretty quickly. It's just repetitive, and all this faffing about with keys is a nuisance. It's slow, it's boring, it's repetitive. Nothing much really ever happens. There's nothing much really to look at. Irritating flipping tune that'll have you scratching the living wallpaper off. You keep getting sent back to the beginning. He can't jump. Tiniest little fall will kill him. Now he's just blown himself up.
I hereby banish this game.
Deeper in the darkness you